Hello students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In this video we are going to understand about the framework of e-commerce. What exactly you mean framework? Any work or any task when we are doing, we should have a certain plan or certain layout or framework. Until unless we don't have this framework or the layout structure, we may not be doing the things in a right way. So here also we try to understand a proper framework for the e-commerce, which we say it as architectural framework of e-commerce. So this architectural framework of e-commerce means it is a combination of different available resources. So for any task we should have resources to complete or to execute that. So here also for the framework, for the architectural framework of e-commerce, we require certain combination of available resources. Those resources are DBMS, that is database, and data repository, and communication protocols. So these are very important, along with that computer languages. So these are required for the framework. So then again we talk about the resources. The resources allow the unification of data. So whatever data we get, first of all we have to try for the unification, and the software is also required for this, for generating superior applications. So combination of all these only we could able to perform the services whatever are required, or find the solution for different problems. So let us understand the different types of functionalities of the framework. So the framework has 6 functionalities or service layers also we call them. First one is application services, then brokerage services and data management, then interface and support layers, and secure messaging and structured document interchange services, middleware services, then network infrastructure of basic communication services. So let us try to understand one by one in detail. Application services. So application means usage, how it is used. So application services are, this is e-commerce applications comprises different types of elements, that is multimedia content. So presently in the today multimedia is having a lot of demand, where everywhere it is used, not only for the promotion of the products, but we can also be using in the different types of different areas and different dimensions. Then multimedia storage servers. So it also will be, the application services is multimedia storage service. It is very important, the storage server. Everything will be executing depending on the server in the present day. Then server architecture. So how it is designed? The architecture means it is designed. So how it is designed? It should be feasible to all the applications which are required by the organization, which is very important. It should serve all the requirement, all the needs, what all the organization requires. Then video servers. So it is also very important, where it should also the application services under video servers. Then transport and delivery of the information. So information updating and information delivery is very crucial role which plays. So at the right time the information should be delivered. So this will also helpful in that. Then consumer access devices. So nowadays consumer is very much updated and he is interested to do access from his desk. So these services will feasible, and it will facilitate the consumer to have the access at the devices. Then internal process of multimedia servers. So internal process of multimedia servers also, it is very much useful. Then next one, it is whatever we have discussed now, the multimedia content, where it is important element for any e-commerce application. So as I told you, not only for the product promotion, it is also used in the text, in the video. We can even see in the video games and other places. Then multimedia storage, it is for transmitting and storing the large amount of digital information. Like we are now, everything is going on under magazine, e-papers, e-books like Kindle books we have, or even video audio books we have. So this multimedia is very useful for that purpose. Not only that, even nowadays the doctors are using for the report generation and sending to different places to study more about that. Then client server architecture, which was used for working e-commerce applications. Now this, when we talk about this, it is very expensive and was unable to transmit the information of various forms, mainly audio and video. So client server architecture was preferred to overcome that problem. Then video servers are required for transmission of digital video information. So this is trying to serve in the telecommunication method and video conference. Now everywhere you can see video conference is going on. This is having more boom from the period of COVID. So during that time everybody were doing their work from home. So this is the very good feature where it facilitated everywhere, right from the students or employees or the board members and the executives, top level management, to discuss without any cost. Then transport and delivery of information. It is of two important processes like mediums through which the information is transmitted and providers to transport through each medium. And coming to consumer access devices, it is also of two process. One is different types of customers, other one is devices required for the customer. You should have knowledge to operate and also you should have devices to operate. Both are required. So different types of customers you have to keep in mind, and what is the device which is required for the customers. Then internal process of multimedia servers. So a system consists of both hardware as well as software, which is called multimedia servers. So converting any irrelevant information to feasible or to understand, that should be interpreted well to understand. Then and distributing the information in such a way it can be accessed by the users from any time and any place. So creating and modifying multimedia documents. So this is fetching to complete modifying the multimedia documents. Internal process of multimedia servers, that is the systems that consist of both hardware and software, converting any irrelevant information and distributing, and creating and modifying, already we discussed about that. Then sending as well as receiving multimedia documents, not only creating and modifying but also sending multimedia documents. So for making an application interactive, a multimedia server must handle the following, that is handling the large number of users. So we have to keep in mind that the users are many. So to allow or to make them comfortable or facilitate, so we have to modify or do the framework in such a way, keeping in mind that many people will be the large amount of people will be the users. Then deliver the desired information to the customers at affordable cost. Without much cost, the information is delivered. Then coming to brokerage services and data management. Today you can see that broker, whatever we say middleman, they are acting very actively. That is the services which they are providing, because they help the people who don't have time, who don't have knowledge about that. All the sectors we are seeing, it is also used, the services are used. So it is an important handling layer of the framework that governs and manages huge amounts of data, and it acts as a broker or mediator that offers services integration between customers and information providers. So anywhere we can see regarding the price or regarding the services or regarding the any of the thing, the person is using this services for the profit maximization. Example, a customer looking to purchase a specific book from the web goes to the sites of different publications. So here when we want to search for any of the thing, what we do, we go to that website, or if we are aware of the URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator, we try to search accordingly. But here in that case we have to search so many websites. But if we are using this brokerage site, he will give the relevant information at one place. So that is the advantage of the brokerage site, that which can be provided as per our need. So this is the advantage without wasting of our much time, or sometimes we may not be knowing the exact book or the very suitable book for us. We may be missing that. In that situation, the brokerage services will be very much helpful for us. Then interface and support layers. So this is the functions of this layer to provide interface for the e-commerce, that is the platform which is helpful for us, and applications that include our interactive catalogs. So what is a catalog? Catalog is a document which provides the information related to whatever we require. If it is product, if it is services, it gives complete picture about the organization and the product information, and how far the product is useful, where exactly it is available, and the price of it. Everything is available, the information available in the catalog. So interactive catalog, somewhere we can also browse. Now example, when we open any website which are related to the services, or immediately we get that, how can I help you? That means immediately they'll try to connect us, and they try to help us in providing the information. So these are customized interfaces for the applications such as web-based shopping. So there are an extension to the paper-based catalogs. Previously we used to carry that paper-based catalogs, but now it is e-catalog. So with that catalog you can send in WhatsApp, or you can send in through any of the social media, where the person can receive that, and immediately they can get the information. And like graphics also, they are using video, especially medical representatives. You can see they try to carry to explain about this catalog for the medicines, how it will be functioning in the human body. So it is very good presentation where the people can understand easily how it functions, that medicine, how it functions to the human body. Then we have directory support systems, like we used to have telephone directory, we have the yellow pages, all these things. Now it is everything is e-documents. So here directory services help the user in searching, accessing the information by making data from any server to appear as local file. So when we are mostly browsing any of the information, you can find so many notifications. So, and directory support services like Just Dial, all these things, they try to provide the information what we are searching. So the manage the huge information and transactions that are generated to ease electronic commerce. Then basic difference between among the interactive catalog and directory services is the former handles the people and latter interacts directly with the software applications. So it is directly with the connecting with the people, and directory supports will be connecting to the software applications. Then secured messaging and structured document interchange services. So we have to keep in mind, when the framework is developed or crafted, it should have all the security protocols also, because the information should not be shared to the people who may be using the information in a wrong way. So this layer deals with the secure transmission of messages by using appropriate messaging system. And this the messaging system usually used in the transmission of messages like fax, post, courier and phone previously. Now we are using everything in the electronic platform. We are trying to send the documents, or we are trying to communicate with them. Then however, none of this is totally dependable and expected fastly. So post we cannot receive immediately. Fax also, if everything is correct, we can receive it, and that should be prepared. So none of these can go, we can expect in a very fast, quick way. Only whatever we do on the electronic platform can be expected fastly. So this is because anything can go wrong in their transmission, and these mechanisms consume time. So especially when we do the fax, we should take the Xerox of fax immediately. Otherwise it will disappear. Whatever impression comes on that the paper, whatever we use, immediately we have to take the Xerox of it. Otherwise it will get erased. So that is the disadvantage of those media when we use. Then therefore enhanced electronic messaging system like email, enhanced fax or electronic data interchange. So these are used, adopted to overcome this problem. Then primary advantages of this system are security. As I told you, they should have the security protocols so nobody can steal the information, or the people who are not unrelevant, it should not reach them. Then privacy should be there. Then confidentiality, because it is the whatever documents will be doing, it will be related to the important information, confidential information. So this, when we are preparing the framework, these are very very important, which are obtained by using encryption and authentication techniques. That is the reason we are using coding and decoding, and also the passwords and the impressions. So all these are for the security purpose. So these systems are a form of structural document which consist of automated interchange of standardized and approved messages between computer applications. Then middleware services. So middleware services are where it is the software or the used in between the people who are using and the providers. So this layer brings together the different components of the architecture, such as network systems, software programs, act as a mediator among them to make them communicate. So these services will be acting, it is exactly the components like network systems and software programs. So this will be acting as a mediator to communicate with the other. Then also the services shift the computing from application centric to data centric. And the advantage with this shift is that the application can be controlled by remote data, in the network instead of applications controlling the data. Then network infrastructure of basic communication skills. This layer is responsible for providing network infrastructure. So infrastructure is the resources which are required to execute that we are clear. Okay, so infrastructure means whatever resources are required to complete or to execute to that we say it as infrastructure. Here network infrastructure that creates effective and efficient linkage between customer and the, if the infrastructure is not effective, then we cannot have proper communication and we cannot send the information to the other person. So initially telephone companies were the medium of creating the computer networks, but advancements in computer connections led to the development of centrally controlled single connection model known as circuit switching. Now instead of using the telephones, we are using other systems. It is, the model is known as circuit switching. Initially also in the computers there were so many circuits which were used to complete that. Then as this was not suitable in case of large networks, another technique was introduced in the internet which could be sending data efficiently across large networks known as packet switching. So when we are sending the more data, this technique is used, which is introduced in the internet. We say it as packet switching. So this is about the applications of the network, that is e-commerce, which are used. That is so the questions can be expected like architecture framework of e-commerce, that is explain or discuss about the framework of the e-commerce, or he may be asking e-commerce application services. Hope this video is helpful in understanding about the applications of e-commerce framework. Thank you.